It's the holiday season once again, and so you might be wondering, like many people around America are right now, how should I greet people? What words should I use? And I'm sort of joking, but a lot of people take this very seriously, and some people's political activism starts and stops with the war on Christmas, which seems to mostly be about talking about how there's a war on Christmas. Very little of it is waged at stopping Christmas, which seems weird. But public policy polling has some interesting polling data on what people think about the various greetings. The front lines of the war on Christmas. 9% of Americans preferred the non-denominational greeting, Happy Holidays, versus 45% who prefer a traditional Merry Christmas. Understand that almost half said that they didn't care, and they were bothered that they had to take this poll in the first place. 3% of respondents said they'd be personally offended if somebody said Merry Christmas to them. That's weird, that's a really small number, but we hear that so many atheists are getting pissed off about Merry Christmases. 13% said Happy Holidays would be offensive to them. Now what's interesting about that is Merry Christmas is an exclusionary statement. Yes, it includes people who worship God and like Christmas, but nothing else. Happy Holidays literally includes Merry Christmas and others. And yet people are more offended by the inclusive statement than the exclusive statement, which seems weird.
Let's stop there for a second.
I think it's weird.
If you're offended by the phrase Happy Holidays, you're a total weirdo and there's something wrong with you. Because that's somebody saying something nice to you. They didn't have to say Happy Holidays. They could have told you to piss off.
Yeah.
Right? They went out of their way to say something nice to you. Hey, Happy Holidays. And maybe they don't know, they don't know if you're Jewish or another faith, so they don't want to offend you. So they're being doubly nice.
Yeah.
Because how do they know if you're Jewish or Muslim or Buddhist or whatever you are, right? Maybe you do yoga and you're Hindu. What do they know, right? So they're being doubly nice by saying, hey, Happy Holidays. And 13% of you are enough of a dick to be like, I'm offended by that. Why don't you celebrate my holiday?
Yeah.
And then not only do you have the temerity to not celebrate my holiday and not be my religion, but you should be forced into wishing me good tidings in the way that I choose for my religion. Do you understand how insane that is?
You should be forced to ignore everyone else. I wonder what percentage would be offended if you said, hey, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Because if they got offended by that, you should be allowed to legally to punch them in the face.
No, you shouldn't. Okay.
I'm not saying you
but
can.
I bet you they wouldn't be offended by
it.
it.
Yes.
Could you imagine if other groups made these demands? If they were like, well, you have not wished me a happy Eid, which is a Muslim holiday. Okay. Okay. How come you didn't wish me a happy Ramadan? I'm so mad at you.
Yeah.
It would be absurd. Well, you said Happy Holidays, but you didn't say Happy Hanukkah.
And by the way, if they do that, they're wrong. Okay, and I'm against them too. I'm a fucking atheist. I don't need to acknowledge any of your stupid traditions.
Yeah.
But I do because I'm also polite.
And because they're fun. Christmas is supposed to be fun.
I have a little Christmas tree in my house. You know why? Because it's awesome. And it really doesn't belong to Christians. It's a pagan thing going way back before Jesus and all that. But we've got some more numbers for you. Only 5% of Clinton voters say that they're offended by the phrase Merry Christmas, compared to 19% of Trump voters who say they're offended by Happy Holidays. Now, so what's interesting about that is everybody says, you know, the reason that Trump got so much support is everybody's just hurting economically. It's not about identity, it's about economics. If 1 in 5 of your voters are personally offended by the expression Happy Holidays, I think they're doing okay. That's a stupid thing to say, but
yeah,
anyway.
I get, that should not be on your top list of top 100 concerns.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, I lost my job at the factory, and plus somebody said Happy Holidays to me.
So I shot him. Okay, now a little bit more for you. The demographic groups most offended by Happy Holidays include strong conservatives at 21%, Gary Johnson voters at 20%.
You guys are libertarians. You're supposed to not care at all.
Trump supporters at 18%. The Johnson voters are actually stronger than that. And all men at 18%. Hashtag not all men. So I thought that was funny. By the way, and this is great because, you know what? Trump For whatever other criticism you might have about him, he's not PC, and his supporters are just sick of all his PC bullshit. Just let me say what I want to say. If I want to use the F word or the R word or the W word or whatever word, I'm going to use it. Stop trying to stop me. But interestingly, people who describe themselves as very conservative were more than twice as likely to be offended by Happy Holidays as the very liberal people were to be offended by Merry Christmas. Why are you being so holiday PC, conservatives? Why do you need a holly jolly safe space?
No, but that is literal. When you demand that people greet you in the way that is politically correct,
Or at least religiously correct.
Right. You're saying, no. It's not good enough for you to be a nice guy and tell me happy holidays. I demand that you use my religion, not your religion, in that greeting.
Yeah.
You are literally being politically correct. That is the Russians and the Germans that used to originally use that. The whole point was this statement is not factually correct, but it is politically correct. So you must say this. The media must say this.
Yeah.
And here it is. Bill O'Reilly, Fox News, and these very conservative voters are saying, you must be politically correct. And if you are not, then we will be aggrieved and deeply offended.
We'll boycott your store.
Yeah.
We'll try to get you fired.
Okay, so why don't you man up and get over it already and stop crying so much?
Yeah.
God, you guys are such, you know what you are? Baby.
Sad.
Okay. Yeah, with all the, I'm kind in a safe space. I got triggered because somebody said happy. I mean, if you're so weak that you got triggered by someone saying happy holidays to you, and by the way, that is apparently 1/5 of all conservatives, right? Wow! 1/5 of you are so monumentally weak that if somebody says happy holidays to you, you need to go crawl in a corner and cry yourself to sleep.
And
did I go too far? Have I offended you?
I think that you have.
Okay.
You could get offended by what he just said, yes.
Okay.
But really, understand what this is. This is not about protecting Christians or Christianity. This isn't saying you have to acknowledge us because Happy Holidays does that. This is about Christian supremacy. It has to be placed above, first, before all other religions. You cannot talk about all of them. You have to talk about ours only. Now, yes, the stakes are low. We're talking about greeting. So it's not the worst form of religious supremacy, but that's what the viewpoint of a person who gets offended about this is. You're not allowed to recognize multiple groups of people. You can only recognize me. And I did a little bit of research, by the way, and because I vaguely remembered a Christmas song that goes something like, happy holidays to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was released in 1942. This ain't some new plot by libs, man. People have been saying happy holidays for a really long time. My grandpa wouldn't even remember that song. I had to look on Wikipedia. This has been around a really long time, you special little snowflakes, which is all the more appropriate because it's Christmas time.
Yeah, and I know that song because I love Christmas songs. And
me too.
And I'm pretty sure Bing Crosby was not some sort of wild-eyed liberal.
SJW, Bing Crosby.
Okay, so we did a poll on this because this one's actually a little bit more of an interesting question. And you're going to find it at tytnetwork.com/allholidaysmatter. Do you prefer Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays? So now people who are offended by Happy Holidays are morons and are snowflakes and all that, right? But when I go to say it, I've been alternating because I can't make up my mind. I used to say Merry Christmas all the time until O'Reilly started this war on Christmas. And then I was like, okay, screw O'Reilly, I'm going to say Happy Holidays. But I kind of like Merry Christmas better because to me, Christmas ain't nothing to do with Christianity, and you know it too.
Exactly.
There's no reindeer in the Bible. Okay.
And trees.
There's no Christmas trees. That's a pagan tradition. Anyway, Christmas is a ode to capitalism, and you can get pissed at that for different reasons. But I'm a capitalist. I like it. I like making kids happy, right? So I kind of like Merry Christmas, but then I thought, hey,
I like Merry The
second reason why I started pausing on Merry Christmas is I'm like, well, we live in LA. This decent percentage of people are not Christian, right? So am I offending them if I say Merry Christmas? Even though I'm not a Christian and I don't give a damn, right?
Yeah.
I'm agnostic. So I keep alternating. So you settle it for me. Okay, go to the poll. Should you be saying Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays? And no matter what you vote, we promise we won't get offended, unlike the special snowflakes on the right.
Yes. I've sort of settled on kind of a halfway point. I say Happy Christmas, and tweet me at Johnny Derola if you know why I say that. Some of the fans will.
Okay, and or maybe we should go with May you be grieved on Festivus.
I got a lot of problems with you people.
Become a member of the Young Turks.
I think it's weird.
No, it's not. Afterwards, you'll think,
I'm like a smart person.
TUITnetwork.com/join.